Today, we dive into the world of SCS truck drivers running heavy loads to make their bread and butter. Thousands of kilometers to cover. These daredevils live a dangerous life on the road. With every turn, there is danger and uncertainty. These are the EuroTruckers.
Dave, a 28-year-old truckie, is about to pick up a mammoth trailer for a journey across the vast lands of Poland to Białystok. A 1,450-kilometer run with about 325 kilometers by ferry. This trip will mark a new beginning in Dave's life. He has been driving for the past 10 years and has gained good XP to now be able to drive long distances. This means his 320 brake horsepower Scania will have to take the load of this trailer across the treacherous plains and hills of Poland. Weighing at about 11 tons, Dave's trailer is about 3.5 times the weight of the tongue of a blue whale and about 4 times the weight of a giraffe. Dave's passion is the machine. He's a homeschooled boy who's learned all that there is from his old pops. The Scania is a family heritage and thus a privilege for Dave to be able to drive and maintain. Dave's named his Scania Old Faithful. Dave has about 32 hours of driving ahead and he's concerned that his Old Faithful might not be up for the job, but only time will tell. Mark, a veteran driver, is carrying some used packaging to Flensburg, almost 687 kilometers away. Weighing at about 18 tons, Mark's trailer is as heavy as an elephant on top of another, which is 1/4 the weight of the space shuttle. Mark has had some good runs in the recent past, but not being from around the area, Mark is forced to be on the lookout for hazards on every turn.
You have to be very careful with every turn you make around here. Making sure to check twice before you make a move. And it is just a nightmare to be on these roads because the drivers at times are just so stupid. Wait, what? Oh, whoa! What on earth are you doing, my friend? Do you not see the big rig? Now this is ridiculous. Where is the driver? Now this is a hassle. In these parts, the cars are AI driven. So you have to be careful, see? There is no driver in there. And that basically means that the car is AI driven. Whoa, miss, do you not see me?
With about 80 kilometers before the ferry ride, Mark has a lot of treacherous roads to cover with AI driven cars. His patience is on the line. Only time will tell if Mark can fight against the pressure to get his load delivered.
The tunnels around these parts are constant danger for blind turns and high-speeding traffic. You've always got to be on the lookout for stuff and things coming onto your way.
Dave, now almost 80 kilometers away from the city of Oslo, his hometown, is heading into the unknown. The roads ahead are curved around the hills. It requires Dave's constant concentration.
These roads, even though are beautiful, are deadly. Fast-paced traffic is always a constant threat while merging.
Dave was successfully able to merge, and now ahead of him lie the beauty of this beautiful valley and 30 hours of constant drive. Will he and his Old Faithful be able to make it on time? Meanwhile, Mark is getting on the freeway, and with only a few hundred kilometers to go, the journey is far from over as the roads are about to take a toll on Mark and his truck.
Every time you take a turn around these parts, it's nerve-wracking. Just like aeroplanes landing. It's a bit freaky as every turn is a new challenge. This time we were able to get through, but it always does not end up like that. Anyways, coming up to this merger, we do have to be a bit careful because people don't like to give way, especially the AI and the automatic cars. You hold on to your horse. That was a close one. That was a close. Do you not see me? Do you not see us over here, you stupid? Anyways, we were very close that time, but it's all good.
Mark is a veteran driver and knows how to deal with pressure on the road and in bed. Moving up the chain of command and having spent half his life on the road, Mark knows the danger of being overworked, but also understands the implications of backing down.
See that guy over there? There's always a fool like that on these roads, putting life at risk, overtaking over a blind corner, absolute daredevils, I tell you.
Dave has now been traveling for almost 6 hours and he's concerned about the long road ahead and his Old Faithful not being able to make it in time.
As we go through this beautiful tunnel, I crossed this so many times for the past 10 years now. Lost my brakes, lost my brakes. Oh, that was close. That was very close done. It was lucky we got through.
With every 100 meters driven, Dave is constantly in a battle against time to get his old faithful up to the city. With still about 470 odd kilometers to go, his only way out is to ease off the throttle. But time is one thing Dave can't afford to lose right now.
As we go through this tunnel, we're going to reach the toll booth and Heritage. Okay, I've driven around here for a very long time. I have to pay about 14 euros over here. The toll booths around in SCS world are a bit too much of trouble. I definitely can have about 3 to... Hold it. Not entirely sure what is going on here. As you can see, again another one of those AI cars is on the road, and we just have to be careful.
Dave was able to successfully merge this time. It's a long drive ahead, and his old faithful seems to be holding on a fine sheet. Meanwhile, Mark is almost at the port and just in time for the ferry. With only a few kilometers to go, Mark has to get his best profile set, as his kill points might be on the line. Ferry guards are notoriously known for their challenging parking requirements in the ferry.
As we drive through this tunnel under the city, we exit the other side. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is the port right here on the right, and we have reached on time, actually before time, because the ferry doesn't leave for another 4 hours. So we have a lot of time to spare, and the parking was very easy. So this time we were let off very easy by the people.
Almost 800 miles away, Dave and his old faithful are making up good time. It is an easy drive on this highway with mediocre traffic and truck holding fine. His old faithful seems to be living up to his expectations.
I am very happy with this truck's performance. Dad would be very proud, I think.
Meanwhile, Mark seems to have made it off the ferry and now begins his tiring drive to his destination. With sleep glooming, it's only a matter of time before our drivers rest up for the night and get some much needed sleep.
As you can see, it is a beautiful drive around these parts. It's a very small little quiet town. And as we make our way through here, a beautiful Volvo seems to be holding up absolutely fine. And here we go. This is the point where the monotony starts. A beautiful drive today, not a lot going on the highway, as you can see. Very zen drive we've got going on right now. Very relaxing and peaceful. It does take a toll on your legs and body, but that's just part of the job.
As Mark enjoys his zen drive, Dave crosses one of the engineering marvels of modern SCS developers and beauty they have created.
Seems to be struggling a lot in these spots. As we make our way around this crossing, we seem to have encountered a bit of traffic. I do think we've got a bit of gap, so let's make it count and make this done.
Dave has been driving around these parts for a good part of 8 to 10 years now. His XP has earned him a nickname of Mr. Faith as he drives around slow and carefully, yet able to deliver all his cargo on time. SCS's beauty still manages to mesmerize Dave from time to time. That's what he loves about this run.
It's always a pleasure to be able to drive around these spots, as there is something familiar that attracts me. Anyways, here we are. Time to take some quality rest, and we shall begin our journey later tonight. Okay guys, good night. Yeah, I think this is going to be perfect spot for the night to rest.
As Dave decided to rest, we caught up with Mark and he decided to push on with his journey.
It has come a long way from his original, the idea that SCS created initially. Beautiful drive it is these days in this amazing traffic with Jazzy Cat pack mod, and all the interesting scenery to be seen around. With the new Italia DLC coming out soon, I am looking very much forward to being able to get a bit of experience in Italy as well. Anyways, seem to be doing pretty good around against the other Volvo right now, and we push on. Got a McDonald's coming over, but I don't think I'm going to stop today. I just have to keep pushing.
Having taken a much needed rest, Dave and his old faithful are ready to push on and get this cargo delivered in time. Without much time wasted, Dave gets on the road once again, this time for another 8 hours of constant drive. Meanwhile, Mark has had no rest. Seems like this veteran driver is aimed to take on the world. With less sleep, the motor controls of the body start shutting down, and it requires Mark's constant pressure against his will to sleep.
Wow, that is amazing. That is magic in black paint right there.
As Mark drives down this beautiful creation, he tries to maintain focus in order to keep his truck under control. These drivers are what makes today's economy function so securely. But the conditions of work are not always so optimal. Mark is all too familiar with this feeling as he loves to drive on the edge. Every delivery Mark somehow ends up making a race against time. Only someone this skilled can manage to do that and yet get their cargo delivered on time. Always.
There is beauty in monotony. As we drive down this road, it is so monotonous. The monotony in the monotonous drive is what leaves me. It's the zen state you can reach, but too much zen can be a killer.
Mark does not want to show it but feels like he's struggling to keep awake. Only time will tell if Mark will be able to reach his destination in one piece. Meanwhile, Dave and his old faithful are making up good progress. Being economical, Dave has managed to keep his old faithful in prime condition.
As we turn towards Dinks, we are getting closer and closer to our destination. We should be there in another 2 hours, I believe. I am being economical with the drive as much as I can. But in these hills, with this old Scania, there's only so much I can do. The truck has to struggle with the load. Keeping such old beauties alive is a tedious job. But we try and manage as much as we can while we can, because this is old heritage and it's a privilege definitely to be able to drive this beautiful truck. These days you will probably not be able to find something like this, definitely not in the market for sure. If at all, it will be very very difficult, but I don't plan on selling this. Might as well keep it as a memory. Anyways, seems like we're going to be stuck behind this tomato truck for some time. It already feels like the truck's brake needs some time to cool down, and I should probably stop right here, I think, and give the truck a bit of breathing time.
As Dave is forced to stop, will his old faithful die on him? Around the same time, with a bit more sunlight left in the skies, Mark pushes on.
It is getting a bit difficult to stay up and keep going, but as you can see, we've got a beautiful drive with absolutely empty road.
As Mark drives down the E20 in this beautiful weather, all he can think of is the foggy weather mod that Kirill, the developer, has showcased.
The foggy weather is a game changer. Let's just get this turn on to E45 and get even more closer to our destination. Another 3 hours of drive and maximum 3 hours of drive, I'm guessing. We should be at our destination city. Looking pretty good, but yeah, the foggy weather mod, it is very interesting. It is a game changer. It has come to light at a precise moment when the Italian companies are opening up to our truck drivers in SCS generated world and the DLCs. So yeah, definitely looking forward to the foggy weather as well as the Italy, and hopefully now it seems like we are actually getting closer to the city. As we can see, we have a lot of city traffic piling up, but that's okay. I need to lay off the throttle for a while as the Volvo has been struggling too much. Also, we are getting low in terms of our fuel, so let's take the next upcoming exit right here and get some gas, much needed gas. Okay, now you stand right there. Let me get this turn made, and
not entirely sure where is this gas station entrance. Uh-oh, we missed it. Okay, I think I'm going to have to make a U-turn and come around. Hopefully the people don't complain. Okay, let's just take this match room. Should be good. Wide enough. Let's make this turn right here. Oh, we've got AI traffic roaming around. Got to be real careful. Don't want to be banging into other people right here. Okay, and let's take some rest now. Or no. Let's not to take some rest. Let's just get this delivery done. And of course, fill us up. We need some fuel. I thought since we are already here, why not just get some fuel and not the rest, because it's very close. The city from here is not so far away now. So I think I might be okay by just pushing on and getting this delivered. The F12 seems to be doing real good to us today and has been able to just keep pushing, I guess, is the best way to put it. Okay, everything looks good. Let's go. Do you guys want to go to the washroom? I can stop if you're gonna go.
No, it's absolutely fine. Meanwhile, Dave seems to have made some real good progress after his brakes heated up. As he closes into his final stop, Baileystock, Dave is looking forward to some quality time at the motel.
Yes, I'm definitely looking forward to some quality time after I've got this delivered. We're very close to Baileystock actually, and we should be able to get it delivered in another 1 hour maximum. Anyways, it's actually been a privilege to be able to drive this truck. I thank my father for allowing me this privilege. And I also want to thank you, the viewer, for joining me for this beautiful journey. If you liked and enjoyed, please do comment below and let me know. Anyways, as we go across this beautiful bridge, we've got a bus trying to overtake us. Interesting. Is he going to do it? I'm not too sure, because we've got double lanes starting right here. And that means he cannot. Oh, wow. Okay, so that was a very good driver indeed. Most of the drivers around aren't so sensible, but this bus driver seems to be taking it safe.
Mark seems to be getting there slowly. It's been a long run for Mark, and having not taken the rest, we feared the worst. But somehow, Mark seems to have found what Shifu was looking for.
Unbelievably quiet at times when you're driving the truck all alone. There is nobody around, nobody to say anything or talk to. You get in the zone where you're just with the truck and the road. And maybe sometime you get music, but it's meditative. It's very meditative. Anyways, we've got this turn right here and we're getting very close to our destination. We should be able to get our cargo delivered in another 1 hour, if I were to guess would be the time. We are going to reach this town, which I forget the name of, but there it is. This is the town before our final destination, so that is a good thing. We are almost here, guys. Anyhow, seems to be looking pretty good in terms of the speed, as well as the truck is behaving very well.
Meanwhile, Dave seems to have reached his destination city with enough time in hand. All that's left to do is deliver the cargo and call it a day. But that's easier said than done. Being an experienced big rig driver all his adult life, with good XP points earned, Dave skillfully parks the trailer in its desired spot, and just like that, job's done. For Mark though, the job is yet to complete, with another 40 minutes of drive to the city. It's been a good run for Mark. Not being from around the area, Mark has been lucky enough to get the trailer to its destination without any complications or any other further delays.
Here we are. The city is there. No more of this frustrating drive in AI-infested land. Thankfully, we are here safe and sound. Okay, just a few twists and turns. I think the company is around the corner onto the right-hand side. There we go. Let's get it around the back. and get this thing delivered.
As Mark lines up his trailer, he realizes that he's a bit off. Having not had his beauty sleep during this journey, he seems to be struggling to cope with the nighttime parking that is required at this industry. Given enough time, Mark soon finds the sweet spot that the trailer needs to be turning at, and without any further complications is able to get that thing delivered exactly on the mark. With a few quick turns, Mark is able to line up the trailer to its mark and reverse it into its desired position. And just like that, the job is complete.